it's the Pulitzer Prize winners were announced.
Yeah.
And one of those winners happened to be the young lady that was actually filming the murder of George Floyd. Her name is, oh my goodness, Darnella Frazier. There we go, Darnella Frazier. So shout out to Darnella, she getting a Pulitzer Prize. Also shout out to her. I know there's a few other people recording, but hers was she was sending it everywhere, blasting it everywhere. Shout out to her having the courage to do that in front of the police.
Yeah,
You
man,
feel me?
because
You don't have to do that.
You seen the pressure she was under too in
Yeah.
that circumstance,
Oh,
bro.
hell yeah.
Like it wasn't like it was one of those
Hate
situations
mail,
where
death
you knew
threats.
where
She
it
was
could
getting a
go.
lot of that too, for sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You see erratic situations like this, and honestly, if it wasn't for her filming the entirety of it, then you know what would have happened. The same old, same
Right.
old. But thankfully, was able to at least get
It's
one
evidence, man. I mean,
yeah, man.
there's that.
Yeah.
I don't want to call it iconic, but just that screenshot of his knee on George Floyd's neck.
Yeah, man.
So I'm just
and
glad that these type of people are being appreciated. I don't know if you
Yeah,
remember
man.
what happened in New York with
Eric Garner.
yeah, you remember that guy that
Garner.
was recording him?
Yeah, he got arrested.
He got arrested.
And,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
He got
All
caught
that.
up in a whole lot of stuff. They were actually out to get him.
Yeah, nah, man.
Like
It
they
was
were
it
targeting
was
him for a while.
It was a concentrated effort, bro. They
Yeah.
were really trying to make an example of him and people who filmed police.
Right.
But it's like, nah, man. Like, there's a reason why we film this, because like
Exactly.
you want to talk about how hard your job is, man. It's like these are people that
Mm-hmm.
you're supposed to serve and protect. So it's
Exactly.
like some people have an issue with the cameras being out and no one actually help him. But it's like
I
you
can't
get-
help from that standpoint. There wouldn't be
Yeah.
nothing I could do besides maybe rile the crowd up to get them off of them. But
yeah, man.
physically, they want you to do that because that's when they can get the go to
they can
feel
do
like
all that.
they're threatened. You know what I mean? So it's just something now that's like, man, I'm 30 years old now, man. I've lived 30 years on this planet in some months. And this shit is still going on.
Yeah.
It's starting to be really weird now because, before, yeah, we had like I'll call it eras of this systematic oppression. Slavery was the beginning, right? So, slavery, that era, absolutely the worst of all. You know what I mean? Of all these eras of just oppression. And then you have And then you have I want to say the next, and it's not that I'm trying to rank these things. It's just this is what I've seen. This is the history.
You gotta speak on it, man.
You know what I mean?
You know what
So
I'm saying?
then you have segregation. And not only segregation, there were still people that were kind of owning slaves at that time too. So that was a super bad time. And then you kind of cross into this era of non-segregation, but it's still racism. So
I mean, it's the new Jim Crow is what they call it.
You know what I mean? So we're in that era, and it's still the same shit going on. We've been in that era for a long time, though. Like
Yeah, I mean,
it's been this for a long time since we've been out of the last era of oppression.
It's been enough for them to like pat themselves on the back for
Right.
like.
And I'm done with oppression. Like
progression.
we shouldn't have
Yeah,
any areas
hell no.
of
You're not getting
of
patted
this,
on the back
but-
because because now you're being held accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah, bro, that's one of the fucking things that need to happen, but it need to be a complete, overall of a lot of this shit, bro.
Right.
Like, just the mentality of how you looking at people who are different than you.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And then we're not even gonna get into like culture in the actual precinct. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing with states. Like, every state got their own way they do things, literally the same way per precinct. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So depending on what jurisdiction you're gonna get a different, situation. And honestly,
Right.
if I'm being honest with myself, I don't necessarily know what the true solution to that gonna be, because even when you do get these like bigger metropolitan areas to have to do it because they're under a microscope, you still got these little municipalities.
Yeah, of course, these little smaller areas you gotta worry about.
Shit, you gotta just deal with. So it's like it's really a never ending fight, bro. You really gotta fight the mentality of a lot of people, and some of this stuff is just old ideologies that are,
been passed down.
it's a slow burn. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
it's
slow
just been
burn
passed
passed
down.
down, and they just
It's
holding on to it
degrading.
for
Like
life.